Hey guys, this is Madman Mars 2000 with your TNA Genesis 2009 pay-per-view results. This is part 1. Mike Tenay noted at the start of the show that Rhino had not yet arrived to the building and all efforts to contact him have been unanswered. Said that Jim Cornette is investigating the situation right now. 6-man tag team elimination match. Eric Young and the LAX defeated Jimmy Rave, Sanjay Dutt, and Kiyoshi. At one point during this match, they showed Cornette backstage knocking on the door of the Main Event Mafia's dressing room, but no one answered. First man eliminated was Eric Young by Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt scored the pinfall elimination on Eric Young after hitting him with a leg drop and using the ropes for leverage as he made the cover. Second man eliminated was Homicide by Jimmy Rave. Jimmy Rave scored the pinfall elimination on Homicide with a roll-up. And now Hernandez is the only one left of his team. Third man eliminated was Kiyoshi by Hernandez. Hernandez scored the pinfall elimination on Kiyoshi after hitting the border toss on him. Fourth man eliminated was Sanjay Dutt by Hernandez. Hernandez scored the pinfall elimination on Sanjay Dutt after hitting a sit-out powerbomb on him. And the final man eliminated was Jimmy Rave by Hernandez. Hernandez scored the pinfall elimination on Jimmy Rave after hitting a body splash on him from the top rope. After the match, Homicide came back to the ring and the LAX celebrated the victory. Backstage, Jim Cornette is still knocking on the Main Event Mafia's dressing room door, and Scott Steiner finally answers. He tells Cornette to get lost because the Mafia is getting ready for their match. Cornette asks Steiner what he knows of the Rhino situation and what he knows about Rhino not being here tonight. Steiner said he knows nothing about it. He tells Cornette that Rhino is a chronic alcoholic and if he's looking for him, he should check all the bars in the Charlotte area. Scott Steiner then slams the dressing room door in Cornette's face. TNA X Division Championship Tournament Finals. Alex Shelley defeated Chris Sabin via pinfall to become the new TNA X Division Champion. The finish saw Alex Shelley fake an ankle injury to lure in Chris Sabin. Sabin, thinking that Shelley was actually hurt, went to check on him. Sabin then turned his back to speak with the referee. As soon as Sabin turned his back, Shelley grabbed him from behind and rolled him up to get the pinfall victory to become the new TNA X Division Champion for the first time in Alex Shelley's career. After the match, Shelley celebrated with the X Division Championship, while Chris Sabin looked bummed out about his loss. Backstage, Jim Cornette said that things have gotten worse. He said that Kevin Nash has suffered a staph infection while wrestling in Japan and will not be able to compete tonight. Mick Foley then walked in saying that he can't wait to return to the ring tonight. Cornette told Foley about the Nash situation and said they may have to cancel tonight's main event. Foley disagrees and tells Cornette to tell the Main Event Mafia that they have until tonight to come up with a replacement or the match will be a handicap match. Jim Cornette agrees with this. Shane Swole defeated Sheikh Abdul Bashir via pinfall. The finish saw Shane Swole pin Bashir with a sunset flip. After the match, Earl Hebner and the rest of the TNA referees ran down to the ring to congratulate Swole on his victory, while Bashir looks on in shock. Backstage, Jeremy Borash is with Jim Cornette, Booker T, and Sharmell. Cornette wants to know what is going on with Rhino. Booker grabs Cornette when TNA referees and Shane Swole run up and break it up. Swole gets in Booker T's face and Booker T calls him a nobody and says if he ever does that again, he will bury him. TNA Tag Team Championship Triple Threat Match. Beer Money Incorporated defeated Abyss, Matt Morgan, Consequences Creed, and Jay Lethal via pinfall to recapture the TNA Tag Team Championships. The finish saw Abyss attempt to take out Robert Roode with a steel chair. However, Roode ducks and Abyss accidentally hits Morgan with the chair instead. James Storm then pulls Abyss out of the ring while Robert Roode attempts to cover Morgan. Lethal then hits an off the top rope leg drop on Roode to break up the pinfall attempt. Storm then hits the ring and hits the last call on Jay Lethal. He then drapes Robert Roode's arm over Morgan, who is still out from the chair shot. The ref makes the 3 count. And Beer Money are once again the TNA Tag Team Champions. After the match, Beer Money celebrate their victory with James Storm drinking beer. Back in the ring, Abyss is shocked about what he has just done. He attempts to help Matt Morgan to his feet, but Morgan shoves him away. Morgan then argues with Abyss before storming out of the ring in anger. Backstage, Jeremy Borash is following Kurt Angle as Secretary eyes Kurt Angle, and Angle says if she looks at him like that again, he will slap her around the way the Carolina Panthers were slapped around yesterday. Angle storms into Jim Cornette's office and wants to know where Jeff Jarrett is. Cornette asks Angle where Rhino is. Angle explains that this morning they went to Rhino's hotel room, invited him to the arena in their limo, and they gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. However, Rhino did refuse the offer, so the Mafia had to beat him down and leave him laying in a parking lot. Angle promises Rhino will not be showing up tonight to face Sting. TNA Knockouts 3-on-3 tag match. ODB, Roxy, and Taylor Wilde defeated Raka Khan, Raisha Saeed, and Sojourner Bolt. They are now known as the Kong Taraj, and obviously Awesome Kong is the leader of the stable now. This match replaces the originally scheduled TNA Knockouts Championship Lumberjack match between Awesome Kong and Christy Hemme due to the fact that Christy Hemme got injured. It is also announced that the Knockout who scores a victory in this match will be the new number one contender to the TNA Knockouts Championship. The finish saw ODB pin Raisha Saeed with a small package, so ODB is now the number one contender to the Knockouts Championship. After the match, Awesome Kong hits the ring and has a stare down with ODB. This leads to a brawl between the Knockouts involved in the match, and the Kong Taraj gets the upper hand of the brawl. The brawl ended with Awesome Kong taking out ODB with a choke slam. And that's it for part 1. If you want the rest of the results for Genesis 2009, please check out part 2. I'm Madman Mars 2000.